there, Caravan17 once again. This is my Metal Gear Solid 5 S-Rank walkthrough. This is episode 37. It is an extreme variant of the Traitors Caravan mission. And the previous time I tackled this mission, I mentioned that I don't think it's possible to get no tracers, and I was wrong, guys. And that's the great thing about this game at the moment. Because the strategies are so up in the air, everybody's figuring out different things, and when something goes wrong during a mission, don't be so quick to restart, because it just might bear fruit, and that fruit can then lead you to the best strategy you ever came up with, without even realising you were coming up with it. And that is what this video is. So, I'm going to park my horse just here, to block the caravan. I think I mentioned in the other video that it didn't work. I think I just did it wrong, folks, and I was assuming that I would need to stop the vehicle with some kind of item, which is not true at all. I believe it was a failing on my part with a phantom cigar, but this next section is incredibly specific. This is the only challenging part of this strategy you're about to witness. We have to catch the tail end of the convoy to trigger the cutscene before the front end starts moving again. And it's by no means that difficult, but it's tricky enough that you can mess it up. A good example is, this took 2 attempts to record, and I didn't get my no retry bonus because I messed it up the first time. However, once you have this strategy, it's just a case of restarting the mission until you get it flawless, and you're going to have some of the best scoring potential you can get on this mission. So, here comes the convoy after we use the phantom cigar. The red one at the back is the one we're aiming for, so ignore the first 2. What we're going to be doing is, as soon as the red one passes you, you want to chase it down, and you want to sprint for everything you've got, and all you need to do is get to the back of it. You don't have to Fulton it, you don't have to do anything, but cover the distance. And if it gets out of your path, and it starts to accelerate, and you can't cover the distance, you're going to have to retry. But just sprint after it, it stops, there's the stopping lights, that's the trigger for the cutscene. Once you've done this, you're okay, because now everything is fine. The convoy is going to turn into puppets instead of normal drivers, and the tanks aren't going to attack you or drive away. And then all that's left is puppets and 4 skulls. So scan the skulls immediately so you know where they are and you can get a good idea of what they're doing. And can you remember when we first bumped into them way back when we saved Miller, right at the beginning of the game, and I said to you, the AI on the skulls is bullshitty because they know where you are. They do this weird passive cock-block patrol maneuver where if you move to one direction, they'll come to that direction. If you move to the other direction, they'll favour that direction, and it's just this passive underlying omniscience which I think is really cheesy. However, it is that very one credit that they have that I'm going to use to exploit them. So I'm laying here and I'm not doing anything, and I'm waiting because I know if I lay here long enough, they're going to start coming to this side of this vehicle. And believe it or not, all 4 of these skulls are going to hug the left-hand side of this vehicle after a 1 or 2 minutes pass. It's not a quick thing that happens, but you can see it happening. And you can see them shuffling their way and shuffling their way. And the strategy is simple, folks. When all of the skulls are at the left side of this vehicle, if you crawl out the back and you get to the next vehicle, you can then Fulton it and get out of the hot zone without any of them knowing you were there. The puppets don't matter. If they see you, it doesn't alert the skulls. If they grab you, it might, but you don't want to ever get that close to them. But just wait, be patient, and gradually they're going to all shuffle their way towards this side. And I'm trying to think now, because the thing with S-ranking this game is you get quite a good bonus points from time. So the quicker you are, the better. And of course this is a strategy here that takes a couple of minutes to position it, because you're not in control. They're in control, but you're using that control against them. So if there was a way to make them do this quicker, you could improve upon the score of this video and really push the score rating for this particular chapter, which I'm really looking forward to finding out, you know, what the high-end scores are. And I think when I start messing with the servers, because I haven't actually gone online with this game because I don't want it to ruin the loading times, because I watched somebody else and their loading was affected by the servers. So at the moment, while I'm still playing it a lot and I'm still like recording, I want to keep it as swift as possible because it already loads quite a lot, this game. But I'm hoping that when you do that, it opens up the leaderboard so you can have an idea of, you know, just how crazy some of those people are who get those super high scores. And I'm really hoping that none of it is cheating, because on every leaderboard I've ever paid attention to, there's either been something that stagnated the board or there's been cheaters. and I would really like to be able to, you know, score hunt this game in the coming months when everybody gets super god tier strategies. But as soon as you've lifted it off, I'm wearing this outfit to quieten my footsteps just in case. As soon as I'm out of the distance of the puppy, I call the horse, and all you have to do now, folks, is ride out of the hot zone. And because the skulls are here, they've turned most of the soldiers in this vicinity into puppets as well, so you don't really have to worry too much about being seen, so just plot the best course. But for brevity's sake, I'm going to trim this out after I've got a certain distance, and it's going to cut to the score, and you're going to get an understanding of what I got. But the animals are still there, so if you get attacked by an animal, you know, you might want to avoid that. But there you go, folks. No Tracers bonus, it's only 160,000 rather than 200,000. I'm not entirely sure how you get that full bonus, or if it's just that on certain levels and not on other levels. Something I'm looking forward to figuring out, but there it is, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and you take care now.